So anyway, obviously this grew, right?
Yeah.
And you shared a little bit with me in the past, but for all the listeners, how did this evolve? Or what made you take that leap of faith and, hey, we're going to start the Braddahs? And for those of you that don't know the Braddahs, well, you can find you guys all online, thebraddahs.com, which I'll put in the show notes. But they're basically a local comedy show, right?
Yeah.
Like half an hour slot. And then you've had episodes for 20 years.
20 years. So
yeah.
This is our 20th year now.
Yes. So explain the beginning journey. What made you take that jump to actually start?
James, back in early 96, comes knocking on my door. And I'm like, whoa, what's up? He goes, hey, what's up, man? I got a pretty good idea. I want to do a TV show. But before we do, let's do this CD. It's called The Braddahs Small Kid Time.
Okay.
And we released it in 97.
Okay.
Not too many people have heard of it. Mm-hmm. I think some radio stations will air snippets from it. But it's classic stuff. And it's really the beginnings of what it is that we do. Because all the character development, the writing was all done within this CD.
Got it.
So you could possibly hear it on this podcast. I'll give you a copy.
Okay. We'll put some snippets.
Yeah, some snippets of The Braddahs Small Kid Time.
Okay.
So I don't even know if you could, order it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if it's who even has copies of that. That's so vintage.
Yeah.
But from that, the character started. We bought some equipment, and back then, like now, you could spend a couple of grand. Mm-hmm. You can get a good phone.
Yep.
And you can film everything. Mm-hmm. Get a couple of mics, you're good to go.
Yep.
Back then, 10, 15 grand will get you started.
Yeah.
That was about the startup cost. Mm-hmm. And so we just got some equipment and just started filming.
Okay.
We started doing some stuff, doing some episodes. And then we did an episode and we pitched it to all the networks.
Okay.
KITV, KHON, KHNL, I think it was KGMB back then, K5. Mm-hmm. And then the startup Spectrum or OC16, which is now Spectrum OC16, little old cable station.
Yeah.
I believe Tiny TV was on it.
Yeah.
Brother Sam and Lena Girl was doing something on it.
Yeah.
And they're looking for local content at that time. Mm-hmm. So all the networks said no. Okay. But they said, yeah, we'll give you a try. I said, you know what? 6 episodes. Give us 6 episodes, and we'll go from there. Yeah, that's the rest is history.
Yeah.
We've been partners with Spectrum for over 20 years now.
Oh wow, yeah.
And we haven't turned back. I mean, people always say, "How come you guys didn't go like cross over to the other networks or how about MTV?" MTV, we had some producers approach and stuff. Looking a little bit more for some rated R material, but our material is pretty clean. Family oriented. We might come up to the line every now and then, but it's for the most part it's clean. You're not going to hear us swearing and stuff.
Yes.
So, we wanted to keep it as such. Yeah. And so I think now we got a video library of about 140 episodes.
It's crazy.
It's just crazy.
Over 20 years.
20 years, and so you watch some of the earlier episodes of one of the first 6. Wow, it's just mind-boggling. Yeah. Oh, goodness.
And I mean, on top of that, that had led you to so many other opportunities too. You do a lot of MC events.
Doors started to open, and the MCs was MCing events, formal events, non-formal events, comedic type events, acting, playing characters. I worked for Kika Incorporated, where I might go out and I'm at said location and got 400 people, and I'm playing a character of whatever the case, Chinese character. Who's Fu Manchu, who's doing, I think one I did where I would read their, like a fortune cookie, read their sayings, and I'd tell them pick a card, and then I'd read it, and I would speak like this, and say, oh, you said something very special. You can expect something very special to come into your life. Yeah. It says here something really soon, within the next week. Oh, maybe you're coming to Waikiki. Oh, you're already in Waikiki. Oh. So like...
Yeah.
So like, I mean, the doors started to open, and I think for anybody getting involved in any business, you either go all out,
Yep.
or don't go at all.
Yeah.
Because why waste your time? The people you're working with. So when you came to me with this idea of doing your podcast, then you gotta go whole.
Yes.
You gotta go all out.
Yep.
You know, and make your mistakes.
That's true.
I've made tons of mistakes.
Yeah. We've all made tons of mistakes,
Yeah.
and it's the key is to learn from them. Yeah.
Right.
And
right.
actually find ways to get better at it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna be perfect.
Yep.
You know, nobody's perfect, but make your mistakes, learn from it, and do you.
Yep.
Be you. I mean, there's nobody else like you. So, people always say, "Oh, is that individual likable?" I think somebody is likable if you're real, right? You hear the word organic a lot, but I mean, you're just, the kind of person you're approachable. If you're kind of person where you cross your hands like that and closed-minded, chances are it's going to be a tough industry.
Yes.
Where I say whatever I say, and whatever you have to say doesn't matter, but whatever I say matters. So don't come in with all your rhetoric and your suggestions. Only what I say is the most important. I guess you could do it, but people see through that.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
You gotta be careful.
Exactly.
But the industry is tough. People think, "Oh yeah, pretty cool you did," but they don't know how many times I went in for auditions and how many times it was a no. Like, wow, I nailed that audition on Hawaii Five-0, or such and such television series came in. I nailed that. Don't even get a call back.
Yeah.
Wrong size, wrong ethnicity.
And that's what I was gonna say. A lot of it is not even in your control. Right. Like you could do everything perfect to the T, but like things like that, wrong ethnicity or wrong size, and it's not discrimination, but they're looking for a certain character, right?
Yeah, you know,
and
that's why you gotta have thick skin.
Yeah.
You really gotta have thick skin, and you can't let it bother you. I always like to think when I go in, I give my performance for that particular audition and let it go.
Yeah.
Leave and let it go, and then you're thinking about, oh yeah, I got a show tonight. I got a performance tomorrow, whatever the case, and that is. And if you get the call back, hey, you know what? They narrowed it down to 3 of you. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So at least okay, I'm good enough, so I'm in the ballpark here. And then you get for the top 3, and then you don't get it. Which is fine. But I think for me, half and half. For every 2 that I go to, I generally get the 1.
Okay.
My expectation is pretty high.
Yeah.
So I go in with high expectations. So I give it my best, and then let it as I leave, just leave it at the door. And say, okay. All right, God, that's it. I'm done. I'm moving on.
Yeah.